For Lockhaven on the championship list, Henson and Kapusta. And we go to 157. It's Ohio's Derek Raike and the upset specialist from Edinboro, Garrett McChesney. Derek Raike, junior out of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the #2 seed in the MAC. And McChesney has opened lots of eyes coming from the 8th seed here to the championship match.
Yeah, McChesney peaking at the right time of the season.
He beat the #9 seed in the championship round, the #1 seed Mason Schrader of Central Michigan in the quarterfinals, and the #4 seed Caleb Burgess of Buffalo in the semifinals. And that's how he gets here to this championship. The sophomore out of Katy, Texas, Garrett McChesney.
And as you go through that, you know, McChesney, he doesn't care about the seed or the number anymore. He proved to himself he can beat anyone after beating that 1 seed. So he's out here wrestling this just like it's another match, hopefully. And
you know, in general, I think, Troy, you tell me those seeds are mostly pretty accurate based on the seasons these guys have had. But every once in a while, somebody shakes it up a little bit or peaks at the right time. And if you're basing it on the last 3 months, maybe the last week has been their best wrestling, and maybe that's what's happened for Garrett McChesney.
yeah, the seeds, they're the best you can do with the results already had. You know, a lot of them are head-to-head wins and stuff, but I mean, there's no way of telling how these guys will wrestle on a given day. And as you said, McChesney, he's just peaking. This could be the best he's wrestled all year. And the seeds are only you got to take them with a grain of salt, because in the end, they're just a number, and you got to wrestle for the win.
Yeah, and none of that really matters, not where we are right now. Because these guys are on the mat with a chance for glory, and none of what happened yesterday or any of the last couple of months really matters right now. Derek Raike has been an outstanding wrestler for Ohio throughout his career. 20-5 this season. Previous NCAA qualifier.
Fakes there by Raike. Now he's trying to get in on a shot. Good defense by McChesney, and he tries reshooting, but he's not able to collect that leg there.
Ohio Bobcats, we're going to see a bunch of them coming up here in our next couple of matches. We've got a few Ohio Bobcats still coming at 184 and 197 trying to win championships.
It's going to be a whistle, time's up, but yeah, if that was a few seconds sooner for Raike.
Late flurry, huh?
Get the coin flip. It's going to be Raike's choice. He chooses bottom here to start the second period.
Garrett McChesney's the second Edinboro Fighting Scot that we've seen here in our championship round. His teammate at 125, Chris Vargo, unable to come up with the championship win. And again, 157 is 4 allotted NCAA tournament spots to the MAC. So McChesney and Raike are pretty much in at this point.
Yeah, they're guaranteed to go, so right now they're just wrestling for the MAC championship. There's not really much else on the line. You got the guys over for 3rd and 4th, and even 5th and 6th trying to take 5th for a chance at that true 4th place match.
So the 1 point belongs to Derek Raike in the 1-0 lead here in the second period.
See McChesney trying to get the underhook here and not able to, so they break up. And
Derek Raike has had a major decision win two major decision wins to get to the semifinals, and then a 4-2 win over DJ McGee from George Mason to get to these finals. So he has just been a good, solid wrestler, peeking into some big-time results earlier on yesterday's action. And all he cares about right now is a 1-point win to get himself a title.
Yeah, and it seems like Raike is the only guy doing what he's supposed to do in this weight class so far with all these seeds. These are really just numbers in this division. These guys are all so tough and close that there's a stall call against McChesney there.
Well, when you knock off the #1 seed like Garrett McChesney did, that kind of blows up the whole bracket and the seeding, doesn't it?
Yeah, that makes everything implode. There was a 5 seed that went down first round. All sorts of chaos here, but that's what makes it fun.
Is there anything is any weight class in particular more prone to chaos, or that just depends on who the wrestlers are at any given time?
Honestly, it goes day by day, and sometimes, this weight class, everyone was kind of ranked around the same area, so if you're 1 or 2 off in rankings, it's who's better that day. A lot of times if, there's 10, 15 people separating you, it's a little more of a difference or whatever. But these guys, they're all top 30 guys, and no one's a top 10 guy, so they got a lot of leeway in how they'll do.
All right, so McChesney got the escape point, so we are tied at 1 right now with 1.5 minutes to go in our third period.
And McChesney's got to be careful. He had 1 stall warning there in the second period, so he's got to try to be offensive and get to an attack or something.
All of our championship matches have pretty much come right down to the end, which is what you would expect and which is what makes it so much fun to watch. Thanks for joining us for the championship matches here on ESPN Plus from UB's Alumni Arena. First time since 2013 that Buffalo has hosted the Mid-American Conference Wrestling Championships. Under 1 minute to go here, tied at 1. No riding time at play at all, so it's just going to come down to which one of these guys can make a move.
See a little fake there by McChesney. Both guys got to think about going now if they don't want overtime. See another attempt there by Raike, and McChesney tries re-attacking. He's not able to make anything of it.
Whoa, Raike into the scorer's table there.
Scorer's table, we got a camera down. All sorts of chaos.
I know they're wrestling for a championship, and it's all bets are off, man. You give it your all.
Come down to 15 seconds. I think that you're just going to kind of stare at each other and catch your breath for sudden victory here.
So we're going to have our second sudden victory championship. And that's where we're going. At 1:57 between Derek Raike and Garrett McChesney, sudden victory to determine the champion. We saw that end for Lock Haven's Wyatt Henson with a win in sudden victory. Who's going to get this one?
Raike in on attack again. Chesney doing good, staying away. As I said earlier, McChesney's got a stall warning, so he's got to be smart if he's near the edge. And just this whole time, he's got to make sure he's going forward and attacking.
Is there such a thing as a sudden victory strategy for a wrestler?
I mean, I'm sure there's a strategy, but I feel like you had a strategy the whole match, score points, and we haven't scored them yet, so you kind of just keep going. I mean, Raike should be pushing the pace if he does know McChesney has a stall warning, and try to get him near the out of bounds and just kind of force him to do something that he might slip up. The ref's going to say stalemate there. It's going to be a caution there.
All right, we'll start again. Almost halfway through the 2-minute sudden victory segment here to determine a champion at 1:57.
There's an attempt by McChesney. Now he's going upper bodies. Great action by both guys, both in a situation to score, and they're able to get out of it. So we're ticking down, almost down to 30 seconds left. I'd like to see one more flurry from both of these guys.
Can this amazing upset run from Garrett McChesney continue and result in a MAC championship? Or can the 2 seed grab the trophy in Derek Raike?
Another attempt by Raike, and we're coming down to 15 seconds. McChesney tries a re-attack there, and we're at 10 seconds. Will we get another attempt, or
5 seconds to go in sudden victory? And sudden victory comes to an end without any points scored. So now we go to the ride-out periods.
And so it looked like Raike almost had a chance, and McChesney kind of throws him over, and a little back forward there. And now both guys pretty tired probably, but we got 2 full 30-second periods, and most points at the end of this will decide it. So we'll have to see.
All right, so no sudden victory here. This will be, we're going to get a minute of wrestling, no matter what.
And it looks like Raike's going to choose bottom to start this. The goal is to get out as quick as possible, try not to give up riding time. And he's able to get out in 3 seconds only.
So there's an escape point for Derek Raike to take the lead. So now Garrett McChesney has to come from behind here. Down to under 10 seconds to go in our first 30-second period. Will that one escape point hold up for a championship? We're 30 seconds away from finding out. All right, second 30-second period.
McChesney kind of knows 3 seconds going to be tough to get out, so he chooses neutral. We're going to see him attack here for 30 seconds straight. He's kind of just staying away. He knows can't get into any bad positions. There, McChesney's close to the...
Out of the circle.
We got
that was close,
12,
wasn't
13
it?
seconds, yeah. He's close, almost gets behind there, and then we're upper body, and probably lucky he went out of bounds there as Raike's able to stop it. It's going to be the stall warning for Raike.
10 seconds to go. Will that 1 point hold up for Derek Raike? 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Derek Raike is your 157 Mid-American Conference champion.
Yeah, and what a run for McChesney, making it all the way to the finals, you know, and he held his own that whole time, so give him credit. And Raike getting a huge win. You could see the excitement screaming up into the stands. High fives to all the coaches and everyone. It's just so awesome winning a championship like that.
Such a cool moment, such a cool feeling, so awesome to see the reaction from the guys for reaching one of the pinnacles of their wrestling career. So congratulations to Derek Raike. So give me a sense of what we've seen so far through our first 5 championship matches.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what we expected. Close wrestling, down to the wire. We had 2 overtimes so far, and we're getting our money's worth.
Yes,
we're
we
getting
are.
8-9 minutes of wrestling out of these
Yes,
guys.
we are, and all the crowds here are getting it as well too. So we are off halfway through, off to an amazing start here in our MAC championships, and we will see if it will continue when we move to 165. This is fun, isn't it?
It is. I'm trying to pay attention here. We got this match here for... There's going to be another true 4th place match at 157, so a lot of extra wrestling we're going to see after these championship rounds are done. They're going to have to decide the allocation